Y'all, so hold on. I need to get my tripod. Y'all, so I'm gonna be real, like, vulnerable, I guess. I want to talk to y'all a little bit about some things. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I ain't gonna be long. So I've been watching like um reaction videos to Kendrick Lamar. Y'all, let me just say this. So since the Super Bowl, well, I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but um, the next day I woke up to watch the halftime show on YouTube. I'm just putting it on YouTube. But I would have preferred to watch it like when it happened, but I was by myself, so I still would have ended up like having to go watch it again, but I still enjoyed it. Well, either way, I don't know if I would have enjoyed it that day, but I enjoyed it the day after when I saw it. And y'all, I've been in a chokehold ever since. I'm not even lying. So I have a few of Kendrick Lamar's songs on my like Pandora, let's just say, because that's what I have for my streaming music. But I don't have any of his albums on my Pandora, and so y'all, like, since the Super Bowl or the day after the Super Bowl, I have been consuming. Well, I was already consuming the GNX album because that how it came out, and a few of his other. Y'all, if y'all can hear my dog, it's a dog walking past, so she going crazy. But I had been consuming the GNX because I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. I like Kendrick as an artist way better than I would like Drake. So you gotta understand, I'm like a 41-year-old black woman from like a low income. Like my grandparents was like in the hood, and then I said my mom. Luckily, my mom and my like I went to the military and everything, so I wasn't all like, I'm not gonna say I'm poor or nothing like that, or come from any. Well, yeah, we came from like what the hood type stuff, y'all. Not projects, like neighborhoods where everybody was on like food stamps or drugs in the 80s and 90s, you know, that kind of era. So certain things do resonate with me when it comes down to like music. And so I'm from Florida, and Kendrick Lamar is from the West Coast. Now, when I was in the military, I was stationed on the West Coast, and I done worked over there several times throughout my career. And so I done been exposed to their music, especially being in the military, y'all. Like, you get a chance to get everybody music. And so luckily, as I was in my younger like teen, well, I was like 18. I think I was 18 when I was in California. So I was able to like get some of that embedded in me early. So well, Snoop and Tupac was already a thing in high school. Like, that was already given. So, and then and NWA, and then who else was he? Just like even Dr. Dre. Well, Dr. Dre is with NWA, but you know what I'm saying. Like all of that, we would, because that was mainstream. So if you was listening to hip hop, then that's what you listened to. But their music was still about like the same thing, like they was just protesting. But I guess because I was so young, I didn't see like the true effect of what it did to the community. But with Kendrick Lamar, y'all, let me tell you what I have noticed in myself. I can't even I can speak on what I'm noticing like on YouTube, like what I'm consuming, but y'all, I can only speak for myself. This young man has like, it's made me look at what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I representing the community and like standing up for, you know, my people, and like making sure that I'm honoring what the struggle of our ancestors had to go through, and just taking advantage of the opportunities that I have now because of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right when you have certain platforms and resources and capabilities to actually, if you can make a difference, like make a difference. Don't, like, y'all, this shit is so crazy to me because I don't think I ever really experienced this with an artist or like a especially like a rap artist, because how the rap industry is like Tupac, yeah, because Tupac, we all knew Tupac was like like pro black. Like we knew that, especially with his mom being a Black Panther. So that was like already, I don't know how to explain, like a forefront of who he was when he came out. We didn't have to figure out, you know, what his message was. A lot of these like artists, they don't really have a message. And so you don't know what they stand for a lot of times, especially like they'll be making music about ass shaking and stuff like that, but then want you to like then the government will use them as like a spokesperson when then it doesn't make any sense. Like the message that they're sending out with their work, with their platforms and their like creativity, is not a message of community. It's not a message of uplifting. It's not a message of I'm for the people. I'm really for my people. I'm really from this. Like I know what y'all went through. I know who you are. Like I know you. I am you type thing. And so I'm excited, y'all. It just excites me. But it made me sad a little bit because it really did have me reflect on, like I felt like I wasn't creating what I'm supposed to be creating. Like it seemed like it's a disconnect between me and what the universe want me to do in my head, maybe. But maybe then I was like, but no, but wouldn't it be maybe you just creating your, like you living the life that you're living is creating. And so the idea would be to be more and like have more intention with the things you can create. So like I don't draw anything like that. So I was just thinking, you know, maybe tap more into some of the art, you know, the arts, and see what is more natural, you know. But yeah, I was feeling kind of like, dang, I feel like I was letting down God a little bit, because it's like, what you like, if you are creating something, are you creating something that's substantial, that's gonna like give some substance to the collective? Like, don't just be out here, I don't know, y'all. I mean, I do know. It's just so sad because when you look back on certain things, you just like, especially when they come down to people that are in certain positions with money and with the spotlight, it's refreshing to see somebody like Kendrick Lamar doing something positive with his platform, and then being able to, even though some people, let's just say some people didn't like the halftime show performance, because it was one of those performances for mental thinker, like it was for you to think. Like that's where I think a lot of people misunderstood. They didn't like it because they wanted to be entertained, instead of understanding that this is not for entertainment. This is more of an education. This is more of a history lesson. This is more of a, hey, I'm Kendrick Lamar. This is what I stand for. This is who I am. And so I like that, because when you read in certain books around like philosophy, so I was reading the Kabbalion, and in the Kabbalion it says, actually, hold on, I'm gonna get it. Okay, y'all, this the book. This the Kabbalion Hermetic Philosophy by the Three Initiates. I keep this one by my bed, y'all, because sometimes I be needing like to just go back and just, you know, reground, just reassess. But in this book, speaking of like the mind and God or universe or source, like whatever you wanna, hold on, y'all, I'm trying to make sure y'all don't fall down. However you want to title your higher power, if you believe, if you don't. I wouldn't say that I'm a religious person, so to speak, on like in this is in a way of practicing a religion, but I'm very much tapped into source and communicating with source, God, the universe. I use those words because sometimes I don't want people to think when I'm saying God that I'm referring to a religion, and I'm not. I'm referring to my higher self. And in here though, it does say it talk about the, hold on y'all, I'm gonna wait for the wind. Okay, y'all, so in this book it talk about the 7 Hermetic principles, And in the 7 Hermetic Principles, the first one is mentalism. I'm not going to go into all 7. I'm going to go read the book, or maybe I'll cover it in another video. But it pretty much says that the principle embodies the truth that all is mine. So all is mine is, I'll read another line that says, it explains that the all, which is the substantial reality underlying the outward manifestations and appearance, which we know under the terms the material universe. So it's pretty much saying that the all, or God, like whatever your term is. When I was saying I use universe and God interchangeably, I'll use source, force, I won't really say he, because I feel like when we put a gender on or a sex on spirit, it limits it. So I don't say he or she. I pay attention to that because I feel like that would limit the being, the all. But it's pretty much saying that. So I brought this up because when you looking at somebody, like when you listening to music, a lot of times music don't necessarily tap into your philosophy. Like at least for me, it didn't. I stopped listening to music in the car a while ago. I started listening to like podcasts and things like that, or high vibrational music, because if you listen to music that's low vibrational, you tend to find yourself in a low vibration. And my goal most days is to keep my vibration as high as possible, to stay on high frequency. And with doing that, though, I mean, it does come with its own challenges, y'all. Like, we all have our own vices and things that we have to work through. But as long as I keep at the forefront to keep my vibration high, then I feel like that's what, at least I can get closer to my purpose in serving God on its mission. And so I say all that, though, y'all, just because I was just thinking about like the Kendrick Lamar and how that sent me into almost like a trance of like wanting to create and making sure that, like, I just feel so creative and the energy feels so positive that I want to make sure that whatever I'm creating is worth the creation and the energy that goes into it, right? But yeah, I just felt so good about just knowing that it is still people out there that will take their platform and inspire, like, all people from all backgrounds in so many ways that I don't even think he realizes. So sometimes when I be talking, you ever had that moment where you be talking and you just be talking and it be you talking, but it's not like, it's just a flow, it just come out, you ain't really got to think, and it's so positive and inspiring. Like, you mess around and inspire yourself talking to one of your friends or something like that. That's what happened to me. And so I'm wondering if he has ever experienced that, and if this is one of the moments, because I'm pretty sure, because he's a creator already, like he's an artist, so he practices. It seems like his work is his art, and so he practices art every day and allows himself to be creative, which is one of the highest vibrations. Like, if you can find a way to create your income by creating art and you're happy, your vibration is like, y'all, there's no way that you can have a bad day when it's like that. Like, it might not be a great day every day, but when you are creating from a space of, when you're creating art from like a space of just happiness, or I'm playing like you're a kid, just playing, just having fun, like, I think God like really appreciates that type of energy, as opposed to having to go to work and all day you think about how miserable and you don't want to be there and stuff like that. And so then the energy that you're sending out, even though like people don't realize, when you thinking how, like, in a negative way, like, that's what you're gonna keep creating. Like, you're gonna be in the groundhog state. You're just gonna keep having the same day over and over again, because you can't stop thinking how you don't like going to work. When you think you don't like going to work, like, just find a way to put a positive, or just say it's temporary, and then like every day you working on coming out of it. Like, you have to change how you think about it. And that's part of one of the things that this book does help you understand. If y'all try, even if you do have a religion, like this still is philosophy. Religions is based off philosophy, so I need people to understand that. So if you're not studying philosophy, then you really just out here going along with somebody else's thought, like theology, somebody else's philosophy. Go study philosophy and come up with your own philosophy. Is more of what Jesus was saying when, you know, if you're really paying attention to Christianity or any other religions. But I'm not gonna get into that too much. I do want y'all to like be a little more open-minded and have a little more foundation on if you're gonna be whatever religion you're in, especially if it's something that was kind of just passed down to you, but you don't really have no like let's just say you got some questions about some things, and you should, because we human and that's how we problem solve. Like we think and then we question everything and then we create the solution to whatever problem. So in order to find certain solutions, you do have to think outside of what we was told. And I think that's another thing that like Kendrick Lamar and people like him try to get us to understand, like think, be self-thinkers, be sorry y'all, the wind blowing. Just to think outside of the box. Don't conform so much to the status quo. Like be your own person. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I gotta go to work, but I just want to share that with y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Go and create something that can inspire you when you look at it, and other people. Like, but definitely if it don't inspire you, then don't create it, because if like you need to inspire yourself before you can start inspiring other people. And I feel like this video, to me, like creating this video was very inspirational and it felt good. So maybe we need to start doing more of these. Anyways, I'll catch y'all on this video. Bye guys.